pause that. Hello, friends. Doing a quick thing. always gotta watch that one. This one's gonna be 450, I think. We are hunting. Trying to use our ears. Pronghorn. We don't need pronghorn. Glad I spotted that. That could have been pretty bad. I need some more peaches. Do that pretty quick and easy. Tomorrow's gonna be a moody day. I know that already. Oh, it's a dog. Part of me was gonna shoot that. Let's see what Hoffa says. Probably nothing. We're gonna go for armadillo. Okay.
$20.
Daddy.
Just nice and empty. Cool. Hello, any lawmen about? Oh. Good day, sir.
Something I could help you with?
Yes, I'm wondering if you could tell me if I'm wanted. If so, there's a charge I probably need to get taken care of before Saturday. I have a body I need to collect from the medical department. The name is Abdul-Qadir al-Masri.
Okay, yeah, I can check for you.
Damn it. What a time for it to drop. I'm so sorry, my friend. Something in my ears. You were saying?
One kind of participation in our shootout while resisting arrest.
Alright, well, I suppose I should turn myself in then, shouldn't I?
I would really appreciate it, but you don't seem like that type to run and gun. Who are you?
My name is Abdul-Qadir. I'm a businessman. I happen to be riding with a friend, and certain people wouldn't let him go about his day, so...
Certain people wouldn't let him go about his day. Who are these certain people?
Miss Zoe Winters and Frank Sachs, I believe.
Oh.
We were happy to leave town, and they wouldn't leave it at that. So...
Well, you were a businessman. But what are you doing getting in shootouts?
Defending myself. They fired first.
Yeah, I don't think they were firing at you. You could have left, no? Wouldn't want to sully your reputation in your business, right?
Well, when the person you're doing business with is Esteban Sanchez, it's not really up to me.
Oh, there is a problem. Why didn't you just postpone it and handle it another day?
Well, I certainly would have. I didn't get the chance, though. They chased us out of town, as I said.
Well, shit. They had their person they were going after. You could have split off at any time. They probably would have paid you no mind. So we don't want you. We want that guy.
I'm sure. And I have no record, so I'm not entirely sure why I was shot at with him.
Well, because you were running around with...
I suppose.
Yeah, you were running around with a dead lobo. Dangerous people.
So
Very
I've heard.
dangerous.
Is the deputy that was injured all right?
Oh, I have no idea. Probably.
Mm. Well, nonetheless, I suppose I should get that taken care of, should I not?
I will cut you a deal. You get in there and you clean that place spotless. That will count as a bit of time served for you. I will at least cut your sentence in half.
What is the sentence?
It's about 40 days.
Oh. Right. I suppose I should get cleaning then, should I?
Sure. Come on inside. Come on inside. Now there will be no rummaging of our people. No nothing. You are here to clean and clean only. And then serve the rest of your time.
Certainly, certainly.
Where is it? Oh. Okay. We're now just getting into the cell here. I will be back.
Very well.
Ooh, you owe me like $5.
Howdy there.
Good day, sir.
And what's your name?
It is Abdul-Qadir El-Masri.
Oh, I see. I do remember meeting you before, Abdul, although I didn't recognize you. You were being processed by Hooper at the time, I believe.
I've never been processed by Deputy Hooper.
Is that so?
The one charge I've ever had was handled by a Deputy Keppel.
Must be my mistake.
Well, that's quite all right. I do have some sort of fondness for Hooper. May he rest in peace. Thank you, sir.
Okay, here is the wishes for you. Now, I want the floors taken care of. I would also like the chamber pots thrown out the window. Not the potty shop, but whatever is, tossed out the window.
Right, yes.
I would like the insides of the cellars as well. I would like them all taken care of. And if possible, if you could take out the rug here and dust it off.
Sure.
Okay, now let me take care of this for you.
There's just no way.
Okay, I'm gonna hand you your paperwork. I'm gonna give you 25 days of time, sir. That's for the work you're gonna do. So you'll be serving a total of 15 days and a fine of $50.
Very well.
Here you are. This is for you. And I'm going to unlock the door.
Certainly.
Alrighty. Alrighty, the office is all yours for now. If you need us, we'll be right outside.
Very well.
I'm heading down to grab somebody.
Yeah. Come. You'll figure it out.
I appreciate you looking at it anyway.
6 minutes. I wonder if I can access that. No, doesn't seem like it. Okay. It's a few minutes. Yeah, I wouldn't need parole, so it's fine. That's not bad. Oh no. Shoot. Darn it. If you are still out there, Deputy, I think I've finished.
Let's have a look. Oh yeah. What do you think?
There's a bit of dust right here. I can see it.
Oh yeah. This is good.
It looks good.
What
it
do you
looks
say,
good.
boy?
I said it looks amazing.
This is good. I tell you, Mr. Abdul, nothing beats a hard day's work.
Sometimes that is true. Sometimes that is true.
For your hard work today, senor. I say you got off pretty easy.
I suppose so, yes. Would you like the broom back?
Absolutely. All right.
To the next person, I suppose.
That ain't will. You are now free to go. Thank you for your hard work.
Stay out of trouble.
I shall do my best.
It's too loud for you, Stone. It's too big loud.
Cool, that's done. He didn't even bother checking me. I could have had a cleaver and he'd have no idea.
Like now, if you wanted to.
I'm sure there will be events at some point.
Okay, let's do. Yeah, that's fine. So my plan currently is go to Thieves, swap horses. Um, check in Blackwater for medical. Which I may just go straight there anyway. I might see about getting a turtle if it's here. might be the panther, actually. This is a perfect duck. Just lying here. $7. I heard the cougar that time. There you are. Oh, out there. Hi, Ginger. We turned ourselves in to make sure we were clear for the funeral. The deputy that processed things was like, I'll make you a deal, clean the office. And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. Coyote. I could use that. Let's see if it'll even still be there. I'm just getting money. I wonder what the fine for a bank robbery actually is. Chasing it away from town because I don't want to get charged with like discharging a firearm in a public place. Come on, dang you, go down. I don't care how many times I have to shoot you. You can be poor. That's fine. My horse grumping at me just a little bit. I just like front rolled that. Jeez. That's funny. You're probably not thrilled, but that's okay. I just wanted to see if it was possible. Don't do it is the verdict. $50 in 40 days for a shootout. Cool. Oh, did I lose my job somehow? Okay, that would have been nice to know before turning myself in. Because that makes this coyote not worth it at all. Dang it. Interesting. Doing this one for sure because it's money. This is the one actually that I've been like watching for. Keep that. Pouch open. We want okay. That's still a respectable number of jewels. Go cinematic with it. Hey, Sita. What's the oh wow? Did you see all the gems that I have? Let us check the Telegram notebook real quick. Yeah, if you want to make art, go for it. That'd be awesome. You are certainly welcome to do that, Sita. Went to the dock today and got some days off. Yeah. If you're interested and want to, go for it. Oh, happy birthday, Sita. What time is it for you? Because it is currently 12 midnight for me on August 30th. Which means yesterday was the 29th, today is the 30th. Oh, it's the same. Okay. Yay, wolves. Sarcasm. Oh, hey, let's go. Happy birthday to you on the last minute of your birthday. Eventually, I'll probably do a comedic character that purely stays in like Rhodes or Valentine. And it's just obnoxious the whole time. Use a blend of accents. How interesting. Perfect. Yeah, it stopped and looked right at me. It was perfect. Best case scenario. However, there are still wolves around somewhere. So I'm not sticking around because I think they're behind the house at the moment. Yeah, they're coming this way. And we're gonna not deal with that. It was nice to see you too as well, Sita. Now, if I can also get the panther. That'll be a fair bit of money. It's a rude Argentinian halfling. That's amazing. I don't see the panther. That's honestly okay with me. El canicas. Bulls. Great. Keep going. Yeah, there would be. I feel like Russian would be much easier for me to do.
Oh god, he just fucking shot at a horse. God damn it, Guatemala, jeez.
Roger.
Oh, was it Cecil? It was Cecil.
wasn't me.
I'm sorry, Guatemala, Jesus.
Shit, man, you got a big haul too. That one put up a fight like this one did?
Not particularly. These two
Oh,
caught me on the way in.
oh, this son of a bitch, he put up a fight.
Yeah, yes, the cat's often too. The one on the back of my horse, now that one. Yes, that one put up a fight. Interesting.
Ew.
Oh,
It's fucking Castor flag.
yes, I know.
Wait, where's Guatemala and Jesus
What the
at?
fuck?
Guatemala and Jesus, come say hi to this guy. Fuck up. Guatemala and Jesus.
Is that Rocky?
I don't know. It doesn't look like it.
Come on, you guys can have these motherfuckers.
He's
Take
like
your
this,
nap.
Roger. That looks like
Got
a
him
man.
sleeping.
Hi, Roger.
Who's that?
I missed you.
Hey, mate. What? Ah, I sleep, amigo.
There's a lot of people in here suddenly. Abdul is actually originally based on... Abdul-Qadir originally was a changeling D&D character, actually. He's fleshed out over the years.
Put a hole in the wagon?
Yeah, really. I was an inquisitive rogue. My DM let me pick a different skill to be trained in per what he would look like, because there were 3 people that he would swap back and forth between.
The only person that I know of Red Lance and he's still around.
Yeah, I've seen Red Lance a few times. I don't know if you know this, but we're actively at war with the Dirty Boys.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they wanted to murder.
They're probably slick over there then.
Hello? Chasing us. They're chasing us.
Hey, get your bum ass out of here, yeah.
Come on, come on.
Wrong place, bet.
You kicked me while I was down. Do I look homely? Yeah, you just taking it. You just taking it. You like that?
Not my circus, not my monkey. The naive paladin who went like Batman. It's a decent story approach for sure. Thieves is a weird spot. It's either completely dead, or there's like 15 people in it. There's really no in between. And I no longer know any of them. And I'm kind of also okay with this. Oh. Was Dawn on today? I had today off from work and I just wasn't home to actually look at Twitch at all. He was on today, and then you were sick anyway. That's funny. I like him. I like him a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a good dude.
The point of this was that you were going to affect a persona that would make you.
It's called numbskullness. It gives you a level of immunity. Hello.
Trust me, it does not work.
I know it doesn't. But don't
Hello,
worry,
my friends.
it will bleed into me. It's
How are you?
This is my academics.
I didn't recognize you at first.
God. Well, I think
Being better, but I'm not. Bad.
It was either that or the happy bucket.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's alright.
the happy bucket.
It was just.
You don't want to get blood on that.
That's fine. Wait, this
Oh
is
shit!
animal
Hi.
blood?
Hello, Miss Ivy. How are you?
Gosh, it's been a long time.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Yes, yes.
No, I got me fun of one time for wearing sandals.
Deputy Vargas. Wonderful.
I got made fun of one time because I was wearing sandals. Yep, so I grabbed him by his legs and hang him over a roof.
The
Say,
funeral
what
will
is
be
funny
Saturday.
now?
I think you got that telegram.
Yeah.
Another cool-
Sorry. Again.
If it's not impertinent to ask, who passed?
Runa Minette, my fiance.
Oh, gosh.
Yes. Well.
Abdul, I'm so sorry.
I'm terribly
How-
sorry, sir.
I'm so sorry. This is are we still sticking with the fisherman thing, or?
I mean, yeah. My name is Eli Mackerel. I'm a part-time fisherman, but full-time student of these two.
Well, yeah. Good people to learn from, the both of them.
Very educational. Very excited.
Why don't we head into the lumberyard, and if you don't have anywhere else to.
Well, I'm happy to walk with if I'm being invited.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, sir. I'll close the door behind you.
So what happened? What did she? What happened?
She was being taken to Sisika by Deputy Wainwright alone, and her trauma kicked in, and she got out of the wagon, and he shot her. I don't think he meant to kill her, but it's difficult to be precise in your aiming when you and the target that you're shooting at are both running full tilt.
Christ. I've only met him a few times. He doesn't
not-
seem like the type who would shoot to kill, so I'm
He's
sure
not
it was.
a bad sort, no.
Gosh,
Well,
Runa.
I dare say he wouldn't approve of the fact that we were practically riding with the Del Lobos, but
The Del Lobos? When did that happen?
Mr. Esteban gave an invitation perhaps a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks now, and that Thursday she was supposed to have some sort of counselling session, and the counsellor discovered she was wanted, and the whole thing played out.
Which counselor?
Fox, I think her name is, or was. I don't know.
What's wrong
Don't
with these?
counselors have some sort of duty of privacy, or aren't there rules about that sort of thing?
I believe one of them is you can't go to counselling sessions if you're wanted. I don't know. Not my business, I guess. I mean, it is, but it also isn't.
I mean, what's the point of counseling then? I mean, if someone has experienced trauma because of the things they've done or been a part of, wouldn't counseling be a valuable part in helping them move towards a better life in some circumstances? I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
One would suppose so, yes.
I'm really sorry, truly. I didn't know her well, but I knew she was vivacious and full of life and very important to you, so...
Yes, the talkative and idea half of our little partnership there.
Well, how do you know Deke? Through Hades, I imagine.
He thought I was trying to kill one of his friends first time he saw me, so that's how we became friends, I guess.
Well, Hades, in fact. There was a group of 4 or 5 vigilante types in a townhouse that... not a townhouse, a farmhouse out in the middle of nowhere. They were taking pot shots at people, and Hades came rushing into thieves, I think, and said something about it. And this was a point in time when, well, before I knew Mr. Boris for the person that he is, and he took myself and another, and we rode out to figure out what the hell was going on. And wound up, I think, bringing the dirty boys back to burn the house down. So they dealt with the people inside, I think. I don't know. I was basically set to take the fellow that we had brought with us to get medical help.
I see.
I don't know. I've not... Well, I met Deke sometime shortly thereafter.
The
Or
telegram
involved in
station,
that,
he said, he just walked up to me and said, "Did you just shoot at somebody? Did you just shoot somebody? Is that what you guys said? Something like that?"
Something like that. It turned
Have you
into
been shooting people or something?
It turned into a
It became
very
a
funny
greeting
back and
for
forth.
each other. That we just said, "Hey, you shot, anybody
anyone
today?" Man, stupid, but yeah.
Still.
Well, I don't know if you are still with Hades, but, you know, she and I, we don't talk anymore.
I don't blame you. There was a period of time where she and I weren't talking either, and I still don't let her know certain things.
That's smart.
Well, turns out you have to treat a lot of people that way.
And so you are riding with the Del Lobos or not?
I would define it as with but not for officially, if that makes sense. We're certainly doing business together, and I was in a shootout with him last night versus Law, simply because, well, Esteban is the most wanted man in the entire crossing, and they didn't feel like letting him leave town and check his telegrams in peace. So,
Business? What kind of business?
whatever they're doing, honestly.
Right.
Gun auctions. Since Mr. Huxley has vanished into thin air, out of state, I assume, he did a lot of that with them. So that was actually Esteban's first offer, was if you want to do that, and then if you want, you could come and stay in Rathskeller, and this was fortuitous timing, I thought, simply because Jesse Gold had just passed, and so my invitation to thieves seemed on shaky ground. I trust Everett, but Vern scares me a bit, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, he scares me too. Although he was very civil to me the other day when he took me to see where Jesse was buried, so... Do you think we're in good standing for now?
Vern is the type, I think, that if you're not in good standing, he'll come after you with torches and flay your back open and pull your lungs out for all of Armadillo to see.
Oh, yes, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Rather gruesome.
That was piece number 2 as to why I'm no longer living in Thieves, particularly.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
And the Del Lobos, where do they operate out of these days?
Where's
sorry.
your funeral? When's your funeral at Saturday?
When is it?
This,
Yeah, what time?
It will
too much for
be-
Mr. Mackerel? I feel like, I don't want to put you in an awkward situation.
Feel like you made it awkward by bringing it up.
Well,
Oh,
I
sorry,
also have
that's
to be
fine.
transparent about things to my friends here. You have to understand.
I mean, I can just step to the other side. If you find it to be rude, I can step aside if you'd like. I know this is
It's
very
not whether or
personal.
not it's not whether or not it's rude. It's just that you just can't repeat anything you say, and I don't want to put you in an awkward situation.
That's fine. Eli Mackerel ain't really around that often, so I mean, you can't really ask me questions. I honestly, and let me tell you, this stuff I ain't even gonna be able to repeat in like half an hour.
You got one of your little notebooks handy?
Oh,
I guess
Eli
fishermen-
Mackerel is not an
fishermen
author.
don't
You're
have
mistaking him.
notebooks,
You're
yeah.
mistaking him for someone else.
Yeah.
Whatever all that is. All right. To answer your question, Deke, Saturday, 8 o'clock. Well, yes, 8 o'clock by New York time.
Where at?
We'll meet at the Speakeasy north of Emerald.
Alright.
So it's not a far distance to where we're going to lay her to rest, but
I'll do my best.
if you're, I mean, the fact that you're even requesting to know where it is to some extent enough for me. I know there's a lot of people that probably won't be able to be there. I telegrammed Fester, for instance, and no inclination of whether I'd hear from him or not, but apparently he's out of state, will be for a while possibly, and but he sent me a nice telegram back to read at the funeral, so. Sorry, do you know Fester?
No.
No. Scarecrow?
No.
Always kept his face covered, was in Van Horn a bit.
I remember a fellow that ran the saloon in Van Horn. Was that
would have
him?
been- yes, that would have been him.
Yeah, he turned up to the ranch one day for the barbecue. It was it caused a bit of a stir.
He was a good fellow
Yes,
until
I would
Benji got
I
on
would
with him.
I would redefine the word good, perhaps.
Whatever happened to that Benji fella?
Told he was laying low out of state, but between you and I think he's probably going to stay there. Which I thought was good. He was the primary bad influence on Runa. I thought maybe finally make some sort of a change for her. And we were.
Yeah.
But
It's enough to. It's really hard to trust these docs. They act like they're, until suddenly they're not. I don't know.
I don't have any issue with the doctors, to be honest. Mr. Silas has been nothing but helpful.
One of them got Alien some trouble over nothing.
Oh?
Yeah. It's kind of her business, though. So.
Well, I hope she's
It's more an issue of the state, I think. In that, I mean, I've known so many doctors that have had to leave their profession or been asked to leave because they made a judgment call in the moment to save the lives of criminals when I think if you choose to save many over the few, but the many happen to be unlawful, that's considered, well, aiding and abetting, I suppose. And doctors have lost their job over it, even though their first duty of care should be to do no harm. So I don't understand how that works. You'd think that doctors would be prized above all else for just saving lives, and that's it.
I met a couple decent ones, but I don't know.
Doctors ain't immune from the persecution of public opinion.
Good point.
I suppose not. Anyway, we were in the middle of making some candles, so if we don't get this done, we're never going to. Not that you aren't most welcome to continue talking while we do it. It's just I just feel like we need to be productive. It's been
Well, you probably don't want to carry certain things in your pockets.
certainly.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Deke. Sorry, my side was grazed yesterday. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Dynamite. No, it's fine. I think no stitches needed or anything like that.
Yeah.
I actually had been out of state for a bit. I wasn't even in state when Runo was shot. I was in Baltimore at John Hopkins Hospital. I was learning medical things. But
That must have been really hard. Not being here, I mean, when it happened.
yes, well, the first telegram I got was from Wainwright apologizing for it and telling me what all happened.
That was
Then I
decent of
got
him,
the
I
next of
suppose.
kin- Well, the next of kin notification said essentially she was shot fleeing from law, reach out to the department, the sheriff's department for more information, and I didn't need to because I had already gotten his telegram.
Hmm.
So,
Do you have a next of kin? Listed with state, I mean.
me?
Anyone?
Yes, but I'm gonna have to get it changed.
No.
Do you?
I two.
No, I guess I...
One of them, I suppose, needs to come off, as no one will ever be checking those telegrams again.
I suppose I thought... It just... I suppose it didn't matter to me if something happened,
Well,
who knew about it or didn't, but perhaps...
it's
Well,
less
screw
who
you
knows
then.
about it and more that
Yeah,
whoever
nobody-
does
yeah.
know is empowered to then go and collect your body, and if you have any things on you and in your apartment, and if they have a key and so forth.
And the state's not just gonna throw you in a hole. Somebody
No,
will
they won't.
take care of it for you. Cause yeah,
It's either a local mortician or
they buried crewmen within like 2 hours of getting killed. Because he didn't have any next of kin.
Croon.
Well,
Yeah,
I,
the
perhaps
deputies
I...
buried him, is what I heard.
Who's that doctor fellow?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, kind of. Yeah.
All right, shall we do this?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just on my way to Saint Denis and recognise Deke. But thought
Have you
I'd
ever
stop
been to
and
the
say hello.
Yeah,
Corrigan
appreciate
Club,
it.
Abdul.
Good to see you.
The what?
The Corrigan Club? It's that casino on the boat.
Never.
Well, I went there today for the first time, and it was quite spectacular. Deke performed, and there was a costume contest, which was very impressive, and
Interesting.
Yeah.
gambling and such. It was, well, I don't know what I expected, but I think I'll certainly be back. It's,
I play about once a month or maybe once every 3 weeks, but they usually have some entertainment every Thursday night.
Is there a piano out there?
Yeah.
Perhaps I should talk to Miguel about that.
Yeah.
Have any of you met Miguel Hidalgo, rides with the Del Lobos? But
No.
he's a pianist and he's incredibly talented.
where did the Del Lobos operate out of? Did I ask you that already?
You did Rathskeller.
Rathskeller, right. Yes, of course.
In fact, if I may, if we have events or such that you might be interested in, I could telegram you about them.
Me?
Why not? We were supposed to have a fight night yesterday night, and Apparently it's actually next month, but
And
Esteban makes tequila, or has it imported rather from Jalisco, and makes tacos and various other things for the event. Miguel plays piano. It's a whole thing.
I don't know much about the Del Lobos. What kind of group are they? I just want to know who I'm associating with.
Well, Esteban is the single most wanted man in the crossing, but it's largely because he's merciful and lets people leave when he's winning, and would rather talk his way out of a situation than simply shoot his way out, as best I can tell. He's one of the few that actually has some sort of a code.
That sounds promising.
I'll put it to you this way. I'm willing to follow Esteban. I'm not willing to follow if my word means anything. Just in terms of who I'm in business with.
Well, you're doing a sight better than Deke right now, so I'll give you that. Well, I would rather he be in business with me than his other friends, but look, perhaps he just needs to see reason.
Perhaps he's still riding back with Mr. Bradshaw.
Yes, although they've been out of the crossing this week, but yes.
Very good.
Well, it was good to see you. I'm really sorry about how things turned out with Huxley. It was just an awkward time for me and a difficult situation.
Well, you needn't feel bad. When he decided to leave the crossing, he simply sort of looked at me and said, well, I feel bad for leaving everything on your shoulders. I'm shelving the whole thing. Goodbye. So,
well,
not your fault.
Leave space for you to sort of take over, I suppose, if you are, dealing in guns and such now. I imagine you learned quite a lot from him, and from what he said, he did most of the work anyway.
Yeah, well, I think that's why he felt bad. But neither here nor there.
Okay, do we need a fire?
Or just a stove somewhere. We just need to get the stuff
Wagon,
out of your wagon.
right, the wagon,
you guys,
yeah.
you guys got any snacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
peaches.
if I get some, please. Thank you.
See ya, Abdul.
Yeah, they're making dynamite. And the rain happens so frequently that nobody really cares about it, to be honest. We are... going to strawberry. The main thing we're doing in strawberry is paying rent on Bruno's hotel room there. I wonder if I can make keys. That'd be interesting to find out. Doing that, and then I'm putting 150 in there, and then I'm going to put the other 400 from running the rubies in there. Sort of. It's more that like the weather effects are really gorgeous, but they're very, very common. Like the people have stopped making fires in Thieves. Like it used to be, if you were in Thieves and there were people in Thieves, they would build a campfire and they would put it there and they would stay, because you could stay near the campfire for a good long while and the campfire would stay. But it rained so frequently that people would like being like, we'd make comments about it, like, oh, here comes the rain again. Oh, this sucks. And like, it wouldn't phase anybody. We would just stand there. Some people might like go into their inventory and put like their jacket on. Like, oh, it's raining. I don't want to get wet or whatever. But it really wasn't a big deal. And it's just kind of generally that way. Door's closed. There's nobody here. Medical office. I don't think there's anybody. No, train's on duty. Okay. We'll check the various medical offices as we're doing this. If we don't, if we don't find a medic, I'm not worried. I want to get Stitches out. Yeah, it's not like when it first started with all the weather effects and the lightning and stuff, like people were like, oh, this is awesome. And then we realized it happened all of the time. So it just didn't mean anything anymore. Oh, I have bullets. She's put stuff in here. I didn't realize that. This is Runa's old room. I don't know, look at this actually. Because I don't actually know what's in that. Did she do anything with it? Is it still... It's still blank, but I have a giant notebook. Cool. I love medical RP so much. Like, to the point that I was thinking about... I can put that in the document folder. And she's got wired, she's got wood will. I don't know what the chicken eggs are for. Like, I'm so interested in MedRP that I was gonna set up Abdul when we were trying to get Runa on a lawful streak and kind of get out of crime. My goal was to set Abdul up to actually like be a medical character after Moody, and I still might do that. It depends on what happens to Esteban and how quickly. But I really enjoy MedRP. And I'm only just now kind of getting into criminal, like actually criminal behavior and rolling with a gang. So I've not really been interested in law RP at all. Although there are aspects of it that I do think are interesting, like investigative kind of stuff. I think it's kind of cool, and like the various tools that people can do with it. I'm just not sure I want to be heavily involved with shootouts and stuff. And the other thing is, I don't know that I want to balance it with a medical character, because there are certain rules for how many hours you have to spend on a character per month or week. And I don't know what they are for any of the departments except for medical. And the Saints Crossing Department of Health rule is, I believe, unless it's been changed, 4 hours a month for everybody except seniors, and then seniors have to put in 12 a week, I believe. I'm pretty sure is what it is. Which is fine. And like I've already mentally like in other departments you can kind of intentionally try to become a senior. That doesn't happen with medical. It's a thing that they offer you eventually. I mean, it's I would say medical or ranger are the two better ones to kind of start with to kind of learn how to do things. Because some of the best law players did medical before, or because you're getting shot down so often. Like medical is about a 50-50 whether they're winning or losing, and taking the loss is a really huge thing. So it can be helpful to know how to do medical RP even if you're not the one role-playing the doctor perspective. And then like rangers are around it a fair amount too, but like it's kind of an afterthought for some people. They just don't think about it because it's like, well, I'm not gonna lose. I'm gonna play my character and whatever happens. But some people actively are playing kind of to the story, and like losing is more interesting sometimes than winning constantly. Like I didn't want Abdul to get any major injuries from the gunfight he was in yesterday because of the funeral Saturday. And just because of how he got shot down, it was fine. There really wasn't a lot that happened. He just kind of got grazed a few times. But part of the way that I'm intentionally playing Abdul now is Abdul's kind of a frail character. He's not tough. He's not ever really been in fights. Like the shootout yesterday was his first actual time in a shootout. Most if any injuries have come from either horse accidents or wild animals. But I sort of have in my head like Abdul's on a bit of a ticking clock where he's either gonna catch tuberculosis and die, and I think, what's up? That's Jim Lee. Hey man. Yeah, very aristocratic is definitely doable. I believe that's actually Miguel's background. How's it been, that Indian guy? We haven't interacted in a long while. Is it? The worst part about that book though is I have a copy of it because I kept I had all of that info out of character saved somewhere else too. It was like, oh, I should make sure I have this in more than one place, and so I just had like copied it all down, and then just never deleted the original. That's why Abdul is like, I don't care. It's the book I don't care about. And at this point now, it's like other people being like, hey, that book is important. Is that a medic? Hello, my friend. I don't think that's Perez. Well, somebody was in here because there's a messed up map. But Yeah, I mean that was the whole reason that I was like really not worried about it. I was bummed, but like I did not mean to set any of those chain of events loose on you guys. I just happened to have a meeting later on with Esteban, and he was like, "Look, listen, you're a friend. You've always been respectful. I'm gonna go see if I can get that book back for you." And I was like, "Really? Oh, okay." And then there were all these other people that really wanted to get their books back too, and it's just like, this is gonna snowball. Okay, I hope it's good RP for them at least. But no, I'm glad it happened. You still had it. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Abdul is like forgotten even that you guys had it, because you guys were like, "Oh yeah, we lost it," and he's like, "Well, okay, sure, bye." Guess I'll replace that from everything I remember in my head. There's like 2 pages of info that I don't remember what it was. Like I loosely remember what it was, but I don't have it. But you didn't get the auction book. Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, it's turned into this whole thing. If you guys met the Del Lobos, which you might never have done otherwise. Hades freaking brought Abdul to you at one point to just like chat. I am kind of bummed because we got the Lancaster back from Barton Fields, and then Runa had it on her horse when she perma'd. So that Lancaster's gone. So like Jim Lee went to this whole thing of like, let me try and like build this thing up. I'll sell it to this guy. You can get it back if you want. And like we got it back, and I just can't. I don't have it now because it's just gone. She never got a chance to actually like leave it somewhere I could get it. But Hades vanished. But I mean that's the unpredictability of stuff. Which is, I mean, it's dope. It is, but can't plan it. And I need to nope, still can't do it. Cool. I mean, it's part of what I really enjoy about this game is like I got sucked into it from a viewing perspective before I ever joined the I got sucked into the stories before I ever started playing, from watching on Twitch. And I'd kind of happily go back to it if I needed to. But being able to actually like help tell them is wonderful. It's one of my favorite things about it's one of my favorite things about being involved. Oh, it's right across from being able to help tell the stories is one of my favorite things about Wild, to be honest. Being involved and being able to kind of help guide things. Give role-playing to people that want it. I don't think... No, there's no medics here. Now you have 2 whole weeks off. That's a long time. What on earth are you gonna do? Also, what is the health thing? You didn't say that, and I like, don't tell me if it's super personal, but just stress. Okay, cool. Totally respect that. One of the things that I do on the side is work with a mental health nonprofit here in the U.S. And mental health is super important, and stress definitely weighs into that. In fact, I took a mental health day off from work today, which I think is funny because I wound up, I slept in until like 10 and then watched a bunch of wild related YouTube stuff with my girlfriend, and then went to Walmart and basically followed her around. Health problems in Chile are super oof. Yeah, I can believe that. In Chile. We're gonna go. So I'm going to be getting off when I get back to Strawberry. I know this. So we're checking job boards as we go. We check there. We're checking roads. I'm just doing the ones in town. I'm not doing the illegal ones right now. Saturday. So tomorrow's gonna be a moody day if I'm on, which I should be. And I don't think I need to be on duty because I was on duty at the beginning of the week, and it's going to be the end of the month. So I don't think I need to do anything with him on duty necessarily. So I'll be very free to get yanked off duty. Are people selling medical leaves? What do you mean? So we're gonna do that. I just wanted to run it over. Saturday, I have an event locally that I'm gonna go do with some filmmakers. They're Scottish filmmakers who now live in Denmark, and we're doing some screenings for them here locally where I live, which is cool. They submitted stuff to the Horror Film Fest that we do. Once a year in April with the nonprofit that I work with. But I will be back, and I should be on, my hope is by 7:30. I want to be on Wild by 7:30 because Runa's funeral. Runa's funeral is going to be Saturday at 8. So I'd like to actually be in a space to change as a character change and do whatever. Good medical guys can't give you medical leave. I'm not sure I follow. That's okay. There is not anybody inside. Yeah, so the funeral of Runa is going to be Saturday. We're gonna do that at 8 o'clock Eastern. We're basically gonna meet whoever shows up at the Emerald Speakeasy. We'll probably sit around for like 10-15 minutes. We are going to oranges, fruity perfume, wood shavings, open eye, shady bell. Which reminds me, I need to pull. Where is this? Fester. I need this one. I think it'll be good, honestly. I've been to one funeral in Wild before.
Excuse me.
And it was great. Like it was genuinely really solid. And I didn't even necessarily realize that like me attending would be huge. Oh, this is Pavi people, I think. Oh, that's Maddie though. I love that I'm at a point where I can recognize characters. This is so wonderful. Not that Abdul knows Maddie or who she was talking to, but I do know them, I think. But we're gonna do that on Saturday. And I hope it's not gonna go super late. I have some friends moving back into town. And if we're done by like 9:30, I'll be following up with them to see if I can go do stuff with them. Make sure they're all settled. And then Sunday is Del Lobo bank robbery day. Yes, this Saturday, the 31st, Sita. So that'll be the funeral. What are you doing, Mr. Local? And then Del Lobo bank day is Sunday, which should be fun because I think that'll be Abdul, Miguel. If I don't know if Miguel got himself patched up, I hope he did. But it should theoretically be myself, Miguel, Armando, and Hector, and Esteban, and Carlos. Carlos is played by Pilot Dividend, who plays Nate Bennett, who used to run the Red Jacks. I don't think the Red Jacks exist right now or anymore, though I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited for the bank. The bank will be fun. I've done one bank before, ever. And I did it with the Red Jacks, and the Red Jacks basically were like, well, you want to come with us? And there were 5 of us. Yeah, I mean, I'll be streaming it. And I assume Don Gaston will as well. Hopefully we don't wind up in a shootout with Law. But Abdul will be at a point then when basically the roleplay then will either like if Esteban gets caught, that might be it for Esteban. Which will be really interesting because Abdul has gotten far enough in with some of the Del Lobos that he knows he really likes Miguel and he really likes Armando. And he recognizes he has a lot he can learn from Esteban. But if Esteban dies somehow, that's Abdul going, crap, now that's another person that I can't learn from. Yeah, Esteban is played by Split Uni. Split's really cool. I really enjoy Split as a role player. Split has a transit character that Moody's gotten to chat with a few times. But at that point, it's like, if we'll see how it goes. Is Esteban actually Cuban? I don't actually know if Esteban is Cuban. I don't know where his player is from. But we're just in an interesting spot where, like, we were interested in learning from Jesse Gold, and then, well, back up. So we kind of wanted to learn from Pavel, and then Pavel demonstrated that he's not somebody necessarily to actually learn from, because he's kind of stuck in his head about things. And then yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't think he streams. But you've if you watch Don Gaston a lot, Don Gaston definitely interacts with Esteban on Miguel. So, but so we were gonna maybe learn from Pavel, and Pavel very quickly was like, "Nah, Abdul doesn't have the stomach for this. We're not taking him with him." So we stayed in Thieves, and because Jesse Gold was like, "Come stay here," and the thought was maybe we'll learn from Jesse Gold, because Jesse Gold is a business person who is also a criminal. Maybe we can learn from him, and it just didn't happen. And then Huxley was around a bunch. It was like, oh, okay, well, we'll learn from Huxley, and we did learn a lot from Huxley. But then Tanixian has multiple service role characters, and just kind of wasn't enjoying Huxley a bunch, I don't think. So he opted to stop doing that, and kind of we got cut loose again. And then Jesse was like, yeah, come back to Thieves. So we went back to Thieves, and we're just sort of there. And then all of this stuff happened with Hooper, which wound up with a big gunfight for the bastards, and Jesse died. So we lost that one too. Which was really too bad. Because we wanted to learn the way that they like did business and stuff, and like maybe join them and like ride with them in like a gang. So when Esteban was like, I'll give you a job offer, Abdul was seriously looking for the next thing that he was going to go do. Because he had Runa, and when he had Runa, he was like, well, I need to do something that she's going to be safe and not crazy and die from. Which was a big part of why we took him and went to medical school with him. We're like, we're gonna have him learn that. And we were there for not all that long, and she permed. The game is really pretty, and this game is like 7 years old at this point now, which is the absolutely bizarre thing. Like, it looked this good, and it's relatively old.
right now. I'm just looking at all the... Yeah, it's fine, but I want to put, take that off, take this off, this on, tie off. This is the Lobo outfit. He's gonna start wearing that more. What are the spats that he has? Does not appear to matter. Oh, right, because it's this outfit. Right. It really is a good game. This is a funny one to me. So this outfit intentionally looks like Gideon Graves. Which is just very purposely so that if I like have to go do something that I don't want to get caught doing, I can look like him to do it. Which is so funny to me because I like reached out of character to get permission. This was the outfit I was going to tweak if we wound up doing Silverlight. And Silverlight could have been fun. But it just didn't wind up happening. This one I need to change the jacket on. That's right. But... this one... That one's just a goofy one. The coal business. Thank you. A lot of these outfits do honestly look pretty solid. The out of state. This one just intentionally looks like... This is one where he throws this on and he just leaves. So when he comes back and goes and checks telegrams, he doesn't look like himself. We have the sad working, and then we have funerary. We're going to wear this one for now, in case we do wind up around. Right, and I need to deposit 400. One of the things I want to do is fill, so each hotel room can have $1,000 in it. So the thing that I'm doing is putting that in this one, so that I have a stash of cash somewhere that I can get to fairly easily. And this one is only $25 and I can get to it. I need to get 425 together so I can actually get back into my apartment in Thieves Landing and figure out what all is in there. But it is late. We're in Strawberry, which is where I wanted to be. I do not believe there is anybody in the medical office still. Which is too bad. Yeah, that door's closed. And people keep leaving this door open. And I don't know why. Just close that. Get 2 peaches. Alright. And Abdul honestly is gonna probably try and do his best not to say anything at the funeral. I think I want a jacket like this for that working outfit, or maybe not. I just need to edit that when I've got more money. But yeah, Sita, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate chatting with you always. I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye.